All right, in this episode, I am actually joining you guys from Yokohama here in the beautiful tech hub. It's a nice sunny day. We got Angus. He's out in outer space at the moment.
Yeah, Lee is on Earth and I'm in space, but we're here to deliver a special episode for you.
Exactly. And I think it's befitting for my current location because I have to speak a little bit louder than
Mm,
normal. And today's topic is going to be about projecting our voice to our crowd and how to use our voice to tell our stories.
mm,
So Angus, you have a background in acting and being on stage and having to use your voice as something to show your emotion, but also reach an audience. So I want
mm.
you to share just a couple of some of your tips that you have for how to have more stage presence when you're on stage.
So I'm going to direct my answer to mostly people who are usually quiet or shy and find themselves in a situation where they have to project their voice because I think it's those people that struggle the most. The way to feel comfortable about vocal projection is to really just start at the beginning of your day, right? So maybe if you take a shower, right, and you're a morning person, maybe you have your showers in silence, but maybe next time try humming, right? You can try humming a song or singing a song to yourself. And actually, humming is an excellent way to warm up your voice. You can do this right before you get on stage, but I generally recommend doing it in the morning, right? To just get your voice warmed up. I remember when I was an actor, we actually struggled with morning matinee shows because it was very difficult to project our voice in the morning. But in the more evening shows, it was okay because our voices were already warmed up. So, actually forcing yourself to use your voice more often throughout the day can help you get ready for maybe an evening or late afternoon presentation.
It's crazy that we have to, warm up our voice, but it's something that's super, super effective. The worst thing is to see somebody who's on stage that has a very soft voice that you can barely
Mm,
hear, right?
mm,
It shows that
mm,
they're very shy or that they're not as confident in themselves. For
mm,
me personally, as a teacher, I've always had to project my voice. I've always
mm,
had to be, make sure the kids in the class in the back of the room are also hearing me. Now
mm,
imagine speaking to 100 people. You want
mm,
to make sure that your voice is very clear.
mm,
Now, microphones help, but
mm.
I feel, I don't know if you've experienced this, but sometimes people will be screaming into a microphone,
Mm.
because they think they need to or something. But I mean, what other tips do you have in terms of preparing ourselves to speak to such a large crowd?
You brought up a good point about the microphone because in most instances people will be using a microphone. But remember, I forgot if this was last episode or two episodes ago. We talked about coming in prepared, maybe 30 minutes or an hour before your presentation to prepare yourself. The audio video that we talked about, the technicalities. Um, Actually, that is the perfect time to practice with the microphone. Because most people don't have microphone skills. They don't know how to move the microphone away from them when they, project their voice or move it close to them when they want to be more intimate. And having the ability to adjust the microphone in a way that enhances your story is really, really important because nobody wants to hear a beautiful story that's absolutely destroyed by you yelling into the microphone and people holding their ears, right? That would be the worst thing to happen. So actually get to the stage 30 minutes an hour before and play with the microphone. See where you need to hold it to get the maximum effect.
Have a great point, like, and also sometimes microphones can like do that really awkward, like,
Uh,
tech check and understanding where to place your microphone is very important. Some people get really awkward with it though, and like don't know what to do with their body language. So they just have like
mm,
one hand here and like, and they're alternating between the two. I always say
mm,
keep your best hand for gestures and stuff, and the off
mm.
maybe to hold the microphone. But no, man, I think that you had brought up something I think in one of the first episodes as well is doing some sort of vocal exercise. Can you reshare
Yeah.
that with us?
So humming is one thing that you could do. I mentioned earlier, and singing, but also your body along with vocal pitch can help you hit those ranges. A lot of singers do this, but it helps you hit those ranges that you didn't think you could hit before, which actually increases your vocal variety. So for example, I do arm swings like, whoa, sliding my voice up, sliding my voice down, and sliding my voice up and sliding. And that actually, it's very helpful for vocal warm-ups because it's very soft on your voice. Your throat doesn't hurt by the end of it. But if you're doing sudden shouting and sudden exclamation points, it's actually really grating on your vocal cords and it's not great. So actually doing these slides and hums, slowly going up in register and slowly going down in register, is an excellent way to warm up your voice.
There's so many different ways of doing it, and it's just figuring out what is most comfortable for you.
Hmm.
One tip that I actually have that I wanted to share, and I actually brought this up last night in one of my classes, is that um, just changing the way that your facial expressions are can actually affect
Mm,
your voice. So, for example, one of my students, he doesn't smile that often, so he sounds very monotone. But if you
mm,
smile, you'd be surprised at how
mm,
your voice kind of lifts up as well. And it has to do
mm,
maybe subconsciously or maybe how our facial muscles are presented, but yeah, it really does help you speak a little bit louder.
mm.
Similarly, if you speak with an angry face like this, right? Like my voice just got deeper without me even doing anything. So
Yeah.
I think being mindful of your face and what type of message you're sending is really crucial there. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you feel like your face is just stuck and you can't move it, you can't smile, I cannot make facial expressions, and your face is just stuck, do facial massages, your forehead, massage your eyes. And by the way, I'm not making this up. This is something actors do as well. They massage their face and their the because they're muscles in your face, right? It's just like working out. If you don't move your arm and move your body, they're gonna grow stiff, just like your face. And so try doing that, and then you'll be able to smile and make angry faces.
No, it's so important, especially with engaging the audience. Why are we talking about this stuff, right? It's to engage
Mhm.
the audience, to show
Yeah,
the audience that you care about what you're saying, to keep them
yeah.
engaged throughout a long talk or your pitch or whatever, right? So that
Hmm.
they want to keep listening to your next word. And also,
Hmm.
when you project your voice, you show confidence. You show that you actually know what you're talking about, and
Hmm.
it makes you a more credible speaker. So
Hmm.
if you're not paying attention to your body language and your tone of voice, you're missing 93% of the meaning of what you're saying. Those two
Hmm.
things right there in tandem are part of communication that people just don't think about sometimes. They're so worried about their script or the words that they're
Yeah, yeah. I have to memorize my lines.
using body language, practice projecting your voice and using vocal variety. And I think that would help a lot. This has been another episode of the Speak Up, Scale Up podcast. Actually, beautiful title for this podcast, Speak Up, Scale Up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
The more you speak up and the more that you use your voice, the more power and influence you'll have on stage. And we hope that these tips helped you figure that out. So, any last words for our audience, Angus?
Yeah, guys, take care of your face. Massage your face is very neglected part of your body.